Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the 1-72 CO3 Malicious R.I.P.3 Armored Core machine from Armored Core 5 Verdict Day. And this particular Armored Core was released by Kotobukiya back in, I think, 2015. Although it does go through reprints. So this actually would have been a reprint. This hasn't been sitting in my backlog for the past decade. Although some stuff has, but that's besides the point. I did get the Malicious from HobbyLink Japan, so there'll be a link to the Malicious there in the description below. Front of the box of the Malicious. So Armored Core April is still in effect, at least at the point of this recording. So I'm trying to go through the Kotobukiya backlog. Obviously, different take with the Kotobukiya front of box art versus how Bandai did it. So we just very much just have the single shot of the Malicious here, which still isn't too bad. It's pretty much spanning the entire look of the box, and it is very imposing. Armored Core 5, I believe, obviously was the 5th game prior to Fires of Rubicon. Bottom of the box, so we do have a front and rear shot of the Malicious. Some of its weapon configuration and its core components. And then just on the top of the box we just have some more information about those combination parts, and there will be some type of gimmick with the shoulder unit. Okay, so that was the box done. Time to see all the huge amounts of plastic that are typically in a Kotobukiya kit. Okay, front of the manual of the Malicious with a angled shot, rear of the guide, front and rear with the color guide. And then just some information about the parts as they're constructed, and some different images of the Malicious that we've pretty much seen from the box. Parts list, which we'll go through in a minute, and then pretty much your stock standard Kotobukiya build. Does actually tell you which runners you can expect to use, which is good. But yes, definitely your standard Kotobukiya manual. Not my preferred manual format, but it's not too bad. I will obviously say that I much prefer the Bandai ones. We do get a small decal sheet, just with some different logos here. Now, here comes the fun part, all the runners. Okay, a runner in, let's just assume a black. So we have one of those. The detailing, obviously, in Kotobukiya is obviously very nice. A B runner in black. We have two C's of 100% copies of each other, still in black. Single D in black. In fact, to be honest, we'll probably be going through black for a lot of these runners to begin with. Have some E's also in black. Now, I don't know why it's got multiple E's. I suspect the plan would have been to cut them up into small E components, because we've got E, 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 but they've been all kept together, thankfully enough, on the one runner. Two F's also in black, 100% copy of each other. Now that we're moving into some colours, so we have G, which is like a G1, G2, going into this, it's definitely a bluey shade, purpley bluey shade. So we have that. We have two H runners still in that same bluey purple, pretty much exact copy of each other. Two eyes back in that black, copy of each other once again. So Kotobukiya being Kotobukiya, so many of the runners tend to be exact copies of each other. We have a J going back into black, so this will probably start rounding out the weapons components. Single L, which feels like it's in a bit of a graphite color. A P in grey. Kotobukiya being Kotobukiya, always with the small runners. And then we have two PCs, both in black. So we've got this type of PC with a few polycap components, and then we have another PC with the rounded polycaps. Okay, so that pretty much brings us to the end of the unboxing of the 172 Malicious. Should definitely be a very interesting build. It'll be interesting to go back to the 172 scale, given I've been building in the Bandai's Armored Core scale, which I don't think it's exactly 1 to 144. It aligns to a 1 to 144 kit, but I don't think the scale is supposed to be like that. But either way, it's still a very enjoyable build. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. It has been a while. In fact, this may very well be the first 172 build I ever do, if I do it this particular month. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. It does help support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link in the description. Otherwise, same handle as the channel. Link to the Malicious at Hobbylink Japan will also be in the description as well. Stay safe and take care, and I'll catch you all in a future video since we're still in Armored Core April, so hopefully get through a bit more of the backlog with a bit of luck. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and do some filler with some various mechanoid type unboxing videos. See ya.